My golf manifesto is simple. You can and will hit a ton of bad golf shots no matter your skill level. But believe it or not, you can still play to a low handicap anyway, simply by keeping the ball in play and being tidy inside 100 yards. We'll put my ethos to the test today at the stunning Conestoga Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. It's a great place to put my game to the test, with the desert always threatening to steal a wayward tee shot, like this one.
Oh, worked out.
And even though this one's playable, it poses a unique challenge for my notoriously inside takeaway.
This should force me to take a more vertical golf swing.
And wiping the slate clean from the bad shot, I put a good strike on this one, and it's online.
I am very happy with that.
Yeah, great shot.
Thanks. Yeah, I got kind of lucky. Got to tidy it up now, though.
And like I mentioned, real scoring happens here, inside 100 yards.
How bad was that?
Which doesn't mean that we won't hit bad shots here either. Again, good golf doesn't necessitate always hitting your best shot. Instead, it entails treating the next shot independent of the one that came before it. I took my time getting a feel for the speed on the practice greens, and I put a good stroke on this one.
Great par.
And I will escape with a par. We also have to be cognizant of the fact that scoring comes in many varieties. To put it mildly, I'm not a good iron player, and it's exceedingly rare that I fire darts like this one.
Yeah, nicely done.
And even more rare that I miss straightforward putts like this one.
Frustrating.
The key is to stay even-keeled. I'll tidy this one up and just move on to the next hole. Another key to good golf is recognizing when position off the tee is more important than distance. This dogleg right par 4 only plays 330 yards, so a fade over the aiming rock will leave me just a flip wedge in.
Yeah, good shot.
Despite that, this is a well-protected green, and from a downhill lie,
go.
My pitching wedge doesn't quite carry maybe the worst bunker in this entire golf course to be in. But that's fine. I'm inside 100 yards, and the reps I've put in on bunker work have transformed it from the worst part of my game to arguably my best.
Great out, bud.
Thank you.
And 40% of our strokes are taken with the flat stick. So this is another area where I put in serious practice work. And it pays off here.
What a sandy. Great par.
Thank you.
4 plays is stroke hole 1, meaning I'll card a bogey on this hole more often than not. Still, I've chosen a conservative tee club to get me as close as possible to the end of this fairway without going over. And while I never lament bogeys on the card, there's no excuse for poor decision making, like I made here. I only brought a 155 club out here, and even after realizing the shot was playing shorter, I tried something exotic, rather than just running back to the card.
That's long.
The result is flying the green and leaving myself in an awkward spot. The greens at Conestoga are insanely fast. I'm just trying to get this one on the green. But at least this mistake was in execution rather than mindset. But it's right back to work over the next one. A long, slick, sliding putt from the fringe that turns out to be my best effort with the flat stick to this point in the round.
Really good.
I cozy it up close and do manage to escape this hole with just a bogey. In case I haven't made it clear, my golf swing is not the strength of my game. For swing advice, don't consult amateur golfers, whether they have a textbook swing or one like this. And while YouTube instruction has its place, it's no substitute for professional advice tailored to your swing. If you've watched the channel for long, you know that I partnered with Swing Tweaks for this very reason. They provide professional advice sent directly to your phone. And the biggest piece of feedback I hear is that golf instruction, like the game itself, has gotten unaffordable for a lot of recreational players. So how's this? A season's worth of instruction on Swing Tweaks for about the price of one in-person lesson. That's what Swing Tweaks is offering. An unprecedented Black Friday deal. 10 Swing Tweaks for just $179. It's no stretch to say that this is the best value for golf instruction available anywhere. See the link in the description to take advantage of the offer now.
Oh!
Another tidy shot inside 100 yards here on 5 mitigates the bad tee shot. And I'm playing a match against Milt of YouTube fame today. And given that he's out of the hole, I'm pretty casual over this one.
think I'm going to take this one if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll walk away with a par. So what about par 5s? I see many high handicap players make a mess of these, starting with the tee shot. Most of the time we'll play par 5s as 3-shotters, so there's no need to swing out of your boots on these long holes. As usual, it starts with just putting the ball safely in play.
Yeah, great ball.
My swing thought on these is to just commit to a smooth tempo, or as Milt says, swing easy and accept the extra distance. I'm fortunate enough to be able to hit a 3-wood on this one. It's only 170 to carry the treble, and there's a ton of danger on line with the pin. So once again, I'll take a smooth swing with this club. Aim just short right of the green. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it should be okay there.
And it's on to a short wedge into the green.
There's quite a bit of green there.
And this one was admittedly intimidating. I'm on a tight lie with the pitch over this bunker, and I generally keep these low and allow for rollout. But this time, the fringe kills it a bit.
That's soft, rough.
And all of my effort tee to green is compromised after this one, because I have a long, long putt. But I already mentioned that 40% of our strokes are taken with the putter. So I'd advise making 40% of your practice time with the putter. It certainly paid off for me, allowing me to preserve a ton of 2-putts from would-be 3-putt territory, just like this one.
Reach out, reach out, reach out. Fabulous, fabulous. Great,
Thank you.
great 5.
Thank you.
It's a bit of a scuzzy drive here on 7, but it's the shortest par 4 on the golf course, so I will have a wedge in. And as tidy as I've been with the putter, this is the second consecutive hole that my attempted low runner is off the mark.
Big hot, please.
It's a bit fat, and I'll be left with another putt from the fringe. I'm also playing my first round with a new putter. More on that in the future. And the long legs with this thing feel awesome. As for the short ones,
Go in anyway.
Yes.
That was a horrible stroke.
well, even the miscues seem to be doing all right. With everything cooperating so far in this round, I took a pretty confident swing here. And it's my longest of the day thus far.
What a peach. Great shot on
One in a row.
But I mentioned that iron play is the weakest part of my game. And this wipey fade is a familiar trajectory for me.
Whoops.
And it leaves me in another greenside bunker. But like I mentioned, lately I've been relishing these. This one isn't half bad, and I can't ask for much more than a makeable par putt here. I do wind up missing it a bit low,
Rest is good.
Thank you.
but Milt's fine with it. And we'll card just our second bogey, heading into the par 5 ninth. It's a dogleg right, so this shape is certainly tacking some extra yards onto the hole. But a ball in play is nothing to complain about. And on the next one, I won't opt for my longest club. Just a safe one that puts the ball back onto the fairway. And on the approach, I'll follow a Tiger Woods mantra. Play aggressively at conservative targets. The pin is tucked back left, so I'll take a full swing with the 9-iron just right of the flag.
Oh, yeah. Be the club today.
Thanks.
And I'll be left with 20 or 25 feet for birdie. The read on this one is good, but the pace is a bit off.
Oh! Whoa, and then it really ran away.
Again, it's hard to explain how slick these greens are. But I do tidy up the par putt,
Great par.
Thanks.
capping off a great 9 holes of golf. And the back 9 starts with a good omen. It's 150 and change to a front flag, so I opt for a 165 club to ensure that a miss is still putting. And despite this shot taking off on a good line, I definitely caught it thin. So lo and behold, it misses exactly pin high.
All right, let's make a birdie.
And after a few close calls on the front 9, this one finds the back of the cup.
Great birdie.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
As I mentioned, good golf starts with putting yourself in position off the tee. And not since the first hole have I found myself in a bad spot after a drive. And sadly, the streak comes to an end here. The longest par 4 on the golf course.
That's in the sand.
But fortunately, I found a pretty clean lie in the bunker, albeit a long way from the hole. I should be able to clear the bunker lip with this high lofted hybrid,
Okay, it's out.
but I'll follow one bad shot on this hole with another.
125. Is that a full wedge? Or backed off 9?
Backed off 9?
Yeah, I think backed off 9.
Yeah, I
Feels
think
good.
so.
And after trying to chart a conservative plan over this one, I hit easily my worst shot of the day.
Huh. That wasn't too good, was it?
If you keep the ball in play and stay tidy inside 100, it takes some seriously bad shots to card a double bogey, but that's exactly what I'm on track for here. And after rolling a pretty decent lag putt after a fistful of bad shots on this hole, thankfully, Milt puts an end to my misery by giving me this one.
That's good.
Thank you.
Can you move your marker 1 that way?
Despite being only 3 over par thus far, the bad shot counter is well into the double digits,
Adam.
You get over it.
No, I hit it poorly.
and we add one more to it here.
No,
No.
it was hit real bad.
But that's fine. I know that even my career rounds feature tons of bad shots, and that's not on my mind when hitting this great recovery out of the bunker.
Oh, picked that beautifully.
Yeah, thanks.
But just to emphasize the point, there's yet another bad shot coming here.
What are you doing? I'm getting over irons and just hitting them so bad.
But guess what? Now we're inside 100 yards. It's a pretty nervy pitch over the bunker, but I'm not haunted by some of my middling pitches to this point in the round. And from this spot, I'm more than happy with the outcome of this one. It gives me a look at escaping with a miracle par. And man, being tidy with that flat stick sure helps.
Great spot. Nice par.
Thanks.
Good up and down.
Thanks. There were a lot of bad shots on that hole, so par feels
Good
good.
recovery.
Thanks.
After misfires on my last 2 tee shots, I get back on track by hitting one on a rope here.
132, playing 137?
Yeah, quite a bit uphill, eh?
I guess so.
But admittedly, I had trouble committing to taking this much club from this number, particularly as though it appeared even closer. And unsurprisingly, the uncommitted swing leads to my telltale wipey fade. At least the miss is more or less pin high, and I'll get a look at John's putt before getting over mine. And take a look at this one race by the hole.
Settle.
Whoa.
Same thing. Again, I thought it was really good.
This is the second one in a row we've watched scream by, and yet again, it leads to some tentativeness in my stroke.
Watched those last 2 and I got terrified.
For good reason.
Yeah, but that wasn't enough.
And for the first time today, I've hit a truly poor lag putt. I have about 10 feet left, and I am committed to my line here, but it misses a hair high,
Oh, that's a bummer.
This is good.
Thank you.
and I'll have to settle for bogey. Another pin tuck left, and another conservative target, this time at the middle of the green. It's right on the money,
Pin high. Nice shot.
and now a 30-footer that I spent a good bit of time reading,
Oh, it's going to go right at the end.
and right away I know it's not quite online. But it's good enough.
Thanks.
And Burke didn't get the memo that you guys generally like seeing me knock these in. But in any event, it's an easy par. We're getting some course knowledge from John, who tells us that a drive up the left here leaves the best angle in. And fortunately, the driver is continuing to cooperate.
164. I hit a light 6-iron.
But as for the approach shots,
Oh, no.
well, it's more wipey fades.
So bad.
But I have a lot of green to work with to try to get up and down here. And all day long I've fallen victim to dead bounces in the fringe, and evidently I still haven't committed that to memory,
Oh, that fringe killed it.
because I do it once again here.
Ah.
One more bad shot, and now a long putt for par. I really saw the line on this one, which caused me to get a bit aggressive with it,
Whoa.
and I'll actually have a bit of work left coming back for bogey. But a firm stroke, and a bit of luck from the golf gods.
Ooh, all around good putt.
Bombs away. This is the first hole we haven't needed instruction on. This is pretty clear.
It's the most wide open fairway on the golf course.
How do you miss the fairway on this hole?
And despite the miss, I'm sitting in a good lie for this one. But add one more bad shot to the counter.
God.
I'll have a long way in for the third, and John's going to give me some advice,
To the left of the pan.
Left then? Okay.
which I definitely overcompensated for.
Well, that was too far left, but at least it was solid.
But oh well. It's back to work inside 100 yards, where I finally commit to hitting one higher than usual. But I put a bit too much on it,
Oh, check.
and now I'll still have work to do. And when it rains, it pours. Because look at how atrocious this putt is.
Still not even near high enough. Whoa.
But one good shot inside 100 yards can indeed make up for mistakes.
There you go. Good putt.
Thanks.
Good bogey.
Just a bogey, and on to 17. This is my last 3-wood of the day,
Nice swing.
and fortunately it's better than the last 2. It sets up the ideal approach shot here. But hey, the bad shot counter still isn't done ticking up.
Oh, I came right out of that.
It's yet another weak fade. And for this effort, a much more committed bump and run to ensure it gets up there. But it's still not quite the best I have. And I'll have some work for par.
Boy, it's so deceiving because the green's doing this, but then there's this slope here. Playing mine left edge.
And I spent some time working this one out before taking a committed stroke. And it's right at it.
Yeah. Nicely done. Good par.
Thanks.
18 is a testing finishing hole, owing both to its length and its well-protected green. We're off to a good start with this drive, and now some planning over the approach.
Great shot. 184.
184. And we're into, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gonna hit my 190 club.
Yeah,
I
smart.
don't think my 180 club's getting there.
And with full commitment over this swing, I hit one of my most solid strikes of the day. But no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
might be long.
It's a hair long and in the rough, but I hit a good chip here that should make for an easy par. But no, it's our final bad shot of the day. But that's golf. We hit a lot of bad golf shots, but no penalty strokes led to only one double. And while not everything was perfect inside 100 yards, 27 putts and a half a dozen up and downs led to a sub-80 score. And while this isn't the only formula to break 80, I hope it's a good reminder that you can be far from perfect to play this game and put up half-decent scores while doing it.